Hey, happy Lightning Thursday.
Now, if we don't get a little rain to go along with that, then we'd all be very happy. But yeah, you're right.
We don't have.
Congrats to the home team.
I was gonna say we don't have a team here named the Rain, but we do have clubs that make it rain. Welcome to
Hey, I
Tampa.
like that. I
The
like
light
that.
Tampa's the lightning capital of the world and the strip club capital of the world. So
I listen, man. Listen, I think we should really say that with our chest. Like, that's something to be proud of, man. It's
no, it's
2021,
not.
dude.
When I was younger, I was proud of that. I'm not proud of that anymore. I'm not.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm not. And no, I'm not hating because I'm married. I'm just not
Yeah,
proud of
that's
that
what it
anymore.
sounds like to me. But okay,
I'm
the
not.
younger you would totally disagree. But okay, we gonna roll with that.
Well, the older I got, the smarter I got. You know how it is.
That's what they say.
And no, honestly, it was having a daughter that changed everything.
Yeah,
Nobody
that'll do
wants
it.
to see their child objectified. So,
That'll do it.
so it is what it is, what a TI is. We're going to get this thing started.
Ladies and gentlemen, batten down the hatches. We'd like to introduce you to the greatest combat sports show bar none. You are now in the beatdown.
You wanna get beat down?
Let us now introduce you to your host, the Badger, and
Hey, you know what time it is. It is Thursday, baby. Thursday. Man, I've been up. Already been to the park. Played. Daughter challenged me to run up a hill. Ran up the hill. If it wasn't for the show, might be out. Might be out.
Oh yeah, get a little nap in, need a recovery.
Yeah, and she's 5, so she don't want to act like she's sleepy.
Oh yeah, nah, you still gonna fight that thing.
And she hadn't sneezed, so I can't slip no NyQuil and nothing. So it's yeah.
You sound like a great parent, by the way. Just
I
want you to know
am.
that.
I
Yeah.
don't do it, but I am. Plus, she's been sleeping well through the night, so I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, I like taking her to the park early and then let her go outside later and dig for rocks, and then ride her bike. And then we got to get some schooling in right now. The Queen Mother is in with her. She came over today, and they're working on some handwriting, which she knows all her letters and numbers. It's just putting them together in words. We're not waiting for the public school education to de-educate or miseducate her. We're educating her before she gets to school. So she'll be in kindergarten this year.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
No. My parents didn't wait on
That's
me.
that's a smart way to go about it, actually.
But I'm learning, though, it's not about the degree. It's about the knowledge and the purpose. So my wife looked at me like I was crazy because I was always the guy that was big on my kids are going to college. My kids are going to college. And we were talking the other day, and I messed around and said, if she doesn't want to go to college, that's fine as long as she has a purpose.
Mm.
And that purpose is not making babies. So as long as she has a purpose and she's working towards something positive and it's going to help her out, because how many of us went to college and then struggled when we got out because now we're saddled with debt and still can't find a job that's paying us what we were.
Most of us, I would think.
So, but I mean, if she has a purpose, like if she wants to go to college and we have a plan, yes, we're going. But if she doesn't, my goal is that she'll have a house on her 16th birthday and she'll start having income.
Hey, man, make it happen, brother. Make it happen.
I know this had nothing to do with
Listen.
combat sports. Sorry.
Yeah, not at all. But I mean, it's a good way to start the morning. We've been gone, so yeah. I mean, we're going a little bit deep on you guys today, I guess. Proverbially speaking.
He's going to bring it back to the shallow end. Go ahead.
Bro, I have to say, Deontay Wilder posted another video, bro. Come on now, man. What is going on? I mean, are we supposed to clap every time he puts a video out? Or is he just promoting the fight that's coming up in, 6 weeks? I don't know, bro. It all seems kind of odd to me, man. What's up with your mans, bro?
Listen, I'm gonna start paying attention about 3 to 4 weeks out. I ain't gonna lie to you, because right now, this isn't even setting the table. This is just throwing water on the bush that was already there. I mean, I just don't. I mean, I'm tired of chasing this rabbit. I'm gonna wait until it gets closer to the fight. If the fight is still on 4 weeks out, they got my attention. Because every time you see a top rank event, you're gonna see Tyson Fury. That's all he's doing, is keeping up with Tyson Fury's optics. But you can't, because right now you don't have the machine behind you that Tyson Fury has. Anytime Top Rank has a fight, because this has been such a thorn in Bob Arum's side, because he wasn't able to get his way, Bob Arum's going to give Tyson Fury as much television time as possible. Let's go a little bit further. How great would it be for the MAGA hats if Tyson Fury was not only able to beat Deontay Wilder again, but then beat Anthony Joshua?
I mean, it just means that he's the best heavyweight in the world.
It goes a little further than that. You're right. That would mean that he's the best heavyweight in the world. But it's almost like when they wanted Jack Johnson defeated, when they wanted Ali defeated by certain people.
Yeah. I mean, I get, I get where you're going. I'm just thinking that because one thing about it is, for as much hype as there is behind Tyson Fury, he's able to back it up. So we can't say he's the great white hope, because he's shown improved every single time in those roles.
Well, you can't say the great white
but
hype.
I do.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you that there is a certain type of interest that other people who typically wouldn't be vested into combat sports, or boxing at least, I could see them coming on and saying, hey, I'm rooting for this guy because of X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. So I can see both sides of that very clearly. I really can.
It's the whole Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, but to the nth degree.
Yeah. Boy, that's such a you're not really playing fair with that analogy, because although that fight is going to be good, I don't think anybody sees Colby Covington beating Kamaru Usman. I think secretly they're hoping for it, but I think most people with two eyes know that he's going to get bludgeoned.
No, I'm talking about the first fight. The hype for the
first. Oh, the hype for the because there were those were two unknown commodities. This is the first time these guys had faced off with each other.
I like how you're dressing this up, bro. I like how you're dressing this up.
There's a level of intrigue there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can get it, bro. I get it.
I'm gonna leave it alone. Go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. I get it. So.
I
mean, like you said, in this older, as we traverse through this journey of life, bro, this linear journey, I'm just learning that sometimes you gotta just look at stuff, try and look at it differently sometimes. And I get in my way a lot.
Look at it differently.
Yeah, whatever. I'm guilty of this, so I try not to kind of, have that self-centered view of everything. So this is just me, just
bro.
Going down different avenues, bro. That's all.
I appreciate it. Thought that was
do what I can, bro.
Thought that was Jomo walking across the floor, but no, he had his tap shoes on.
Wow.
I knew you're gonna get me back. Cause it looked like you wanted to go down that street and you took the high road.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So outside of that, we can just move right along past that, bro. Since we're talking about fights that are out in the future, how excited for you now? You've had about a week. You had about a week to kind of let this digest, bro. Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao. Where are you right now?
Did you
Where's
see that
general level of intrigue?
You see that video I sent you about Pacquiao? Looked like he was Fidel Castro. I mean, he was like,
full beard, yeah. That thing was flowing in the wind, wasn't it? His beard wavy like that. How's his beard wavy? Wavy beard.
Listen,
My beard to be wavy.
Okay, Pacquiao can fight. We know Pacquiao can still fight. If the drug test comes up clean, there's no way Sprint should lose this fight, man. But I'm sorry.
Let me ask you this, because I know where you're going with this, because this is how you get yourself in trouble. So let me save you from yourself right here. Let me ask you this. So, bro, in this particular fight, do you think drug testing will be implemented on both sides?
It should be. But I mean, a comprehensive drug test.
Yeah, but do you think Earl Spence looks at what happened? A lot of people raised their eyebrows about the fight 2 years ago with Keith Thurman. Do you think Earl Spence is looking at that like, yeah, I don't like Keith Thurman, and yeah, he got beat, but man, that was kind of, that looked kind of strange. I want to make sure this guy is doing whatever he says he's doing, or because it's the biggest payday that Earl Spence will probably ever get, he's going to say, you know what, man, let's just fight. Make weight, and we're going to fight.
I don't think it's the biggest payday he'll ever get. Hopefully, he uses common sense on this. Now, I get what you're saying. To this day.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And you're right.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
But
you're right, bro. You're right.
I hope he looks at it and he understands why Floyd pressed so much for the drug testing that he got when he fought Pacquiao. I hope he does that and not just take it at face value and say, all right, let's go. So, but I haven't heard anything about it in the media, so I don't know if Earl is really pressing for that. I like the fight either way. I like it more if they're on a level playing field, which means they wouldn't be on a level playing field. This is not the NFL. You do not have the Bucs offensive line in front of you, Pacquiao. Age will show. It will show. I believe if he comes in clean, it will show. Now, he's still one of the greatest boxers of all time. I don't take that from him. But there's no way, realistically or theoretically, Earl Spence should be beaten at his age, with his level, with his speed, by Manny Pacquiao at his age. No way, bro.
Okay. I'm intrigued because, like I said, I see, and this is why I stand to be correct, and you were right. This is not Earl's biggest payday ever, because hopefully if he wins this fight, then that will mean that he has almost all the pieces to the Infinity Gauntlet, only missing the Infinity Stone held by Terrence Crawford. So now I think that fight legitimately happened. It has to happen now because there's nowhere for either one of them to go.
That's a Reliance Stadium fight or an AT&T Stadium fight.
It's a wherever you want it fight.
Well, I mean, when I mentioned other places, you pulled me back to Texas, so.
Yeah. I mean, because if you want that massive crowd money, Texas, but you can always do it in Vegas and get that premium money and the pay-per-view. So I don't know, bro, but you're right, bro. That is the biggest fight probably of the decade. So yeah, if he wins this fight against Manny Pacquiao, then yes, that will be his biggest payday to date. Mm-hmm. But for right now, outside of Crawford, there's no other opponent you can manufacture for Earl Spence outside of Canelo. We know that's not going to happen, to where he make as much money as he going to make with this fight.
How much is he getting paid for this fight? Do you know?
Of course, that's not disclosed yet. But it'll be a lot. It'll be a whole lot. It'll be a whole lot. It might even be a 50-50 purse split, to be honest.
I would love to see a fighter at his age, at his caliber, get a huge fat payday, come out of this healthy, and just retire.
Yeah, I see this being a 50-50 purse split, man. I do. Because I think Manny Pacquiao respects Earl Spence. I think Manny Pacquiao sees Earl Spence for what he really is. I think they don't even really have to negotiate this really hard. I think it's just caught down the middle.
And Earl, it's an interesting situation. Manny needs Earl to get this payday. I don't see Manny getting this payday with anybody else. Not even
he could with Bud Crawford.
I don't know. I just don't see him getting that payday.
This is the thing, because what we end up doing, bro, is we split hairs, because now we're trying to figure out how big is Earl Spence's drawing power. It's not nowhere near what Manny Pacquiao's is. So Manny Pacquiao is always the A side, no matter who he fights. So if you're saying you think Earl Spence's breach is broader than Terrence Crawford, then okay, maybe I go with you on that. But I think the drawing man is Manny Pacquiao in either one of those fights, and it's not close.
I agree.
I was about to get.
Sorry about that.
Okay, no, you good.
I'm here. I had the little producer in my ear.
Okay. But yeah, no, I just see Errol Spence being, Manny Pacquiao being the A side no matter who he fights. So yeah. So I think that makes us go back to, okay, well, who do we feel like has the broader reach? Is it Earl or Terrence? Depending on where you side. Either way, Manny is a draw in both those fights.
Yeah. All right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So,
I would love to see the fight take place in the Philippines.
See? You know what I mean? That's crazy, right? But I think that fight has to happen in the States.
It will. I just said I would love to see it because I've never seen a fight that size
Pre-COVID, you might have gotten that, but COVID, nah. I think it's just too much.
I give it to you.
Even when everybody getting vaccinated, I just think it's a lot. We 30 days outside of a fight we really looking forward to seeing. That's Erickson Lubin, Jason Rosario, and on the co-main of the Gervonta Davis Mario Barrios fight, bro.
That's gonna be.
Where's your level of intrigue for this card? We haven't talked about it a whole lot. We kind of talked about Tank, but where's your level of intrigue with this card? And also, I heard earlier in the week, I meant to tell you that Julian Williams will make his return on this card as well.
J-Rob.
I don't know who the opponent is though.
I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited. I miss J-Rock in the ring. We know he's no longer with Breadman, but I kind of want to see how he rebounds, how he comes back, because it's been a while since we've seen him.
Yeah. January 2020.
And it's a full 54 card, right?
No, because you got the main event. It's Tank and Barrios.
Oh, that's right. That's 35. 40. You know, 35.
That's 40.
That's 40.
That's 40.
That's right. That's what we were talking about yesterday, as far as Tuesday, as far as him getting that belt and messing up everything for other people. So, but I'm looking forward to seeing my boy Hammer. I'm really looking forward to seeing Hammer fight.
Yeah, if you've been keeping up with him on social media, it looks like they're clicking on all cylinders. I think Coach Kevin posted the other day, 30 days out, and it's smooth. It's smooth. So
let me ask you.
He's been working. Go
ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead.
No, I just know the few times I've spoken with him lately, he's been working. So I know he's been putting in a lot of work, a lot of sweat equity. I think it's gonna pay off, man. We're gonna see. It's just a fight, and it's a damn good one. Good fight, damn good matchup.
It is. I was gonna ask a question, and I don't want to be messy. I don't want to sound messy when I ask the question, and I mean no disrespect to either party involved. But do you see that he is doing way better now, or do you think he could have done this under his old management and trainer, exclusive trainer?
Well, the interesting thing about it is Jason Galarza is still a part of the team.
He's still a part of the team.
I just saw him down there. I think he spent a week down there last week, helping getting him ready for this fight. So just in a more limited capacity, but his blueprint is still there. Okay. And he is still in the corner for all of those fights as well. But to your point, because I have to answer the question that was asked, no. And I say that because both the master and the pupil cannot be learning at the same rate. This was their first foray into this together. So it was always learning experience for both parties. I think that may delay some growth. Would he have still been the fighter he is now? I think he's just that physically gifted that I would have to say yes.
Well, his physical attributes were never in question.
Right. However, I think the maturity, the patience, the sharpening of other tools, specifically more on the defensive end of the spectrum, helped make him a more complete fighter versus the offensive juggernaut that he was prior to getting with Kevin Cunningham.
Okay. I was going to also ask you, do you think fatherhood has really helped aid that maturity as well?
I can't speak for it, but it sure looks like that on the outside looking in. Just when you see what's put on social media, and you know, you just kind of see it a lot. And you know, yeah, I think it looks like it's doing that job, but you know, you never know. You know, you feel like you know people, and then sometimes crazy stuff happens, right? But you know, as long as I've been a part of the situation, I can see it.
Okay. Hey, I'm looking forward to the fight. Sometimes we get more in depth with fighters than others, but these are some questions that I just felt, you know, I needed to ask, to put out there, because we don't see him as often anymore, but we know he's working.
Yeah.
And I get excited every time a young man decides to make that ring walk, because he's something special. It's really special.
Yeah.
But Tank.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. No. Look, he's got a lot of expectation to live up to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody figured he'd go his whole career and not get beat just because of the competition in that division, just because that division was so tight. Well, now guess what? He got a loss, and he's looking like he's getting better every time out. This is going to be his 5th fight under Kevin Cunningham, and hey, man, you know, he's beating whoever they put in front of him. So I think we're going to see a better and more efficient and just more well-rounded Lubin on this fight.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it, bro.
Yeah.
I just, that whole card is gonna be good. Now I know J-Rock's on it, and
Yeah.
you know, it's, you know, and you know my boy Tank. You know I can't wait to see Tank.
Yeah, it's home team for you. So yeah,
that's
definitely.
right. So just, you know, I'm not, he makes me nervous though.
Does he?
Yes.
Please do. Let's talk about this. Because we often gloat about the greatness of Tank, but we don't really talk about things that we don't like that he does in the ring. So please tell me what about him makes you nervous?
I don't think he's completely found himself as far as a fighter. And I think he puts himself in some situations that he doesn't need to, puts himself at risk during a fight, excuse me, where he really doesn't need to. And that can catch up to you in a major way when you least expect it.
Yeah. Are we talking more okay? And I agree with you, but I think what you're trying to say, if I'm, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think what makes you nervous about Tank is he turns into a fighter real quick. It's almost like he'll box maybe 1 round, maybe 2, and then it's like,
Yeah.
and it leaves him vulnerable. We've seen him take some shots, but it never really ever seemed to be hurt. Santa Cruz was peppering him up pretty good, but
Right.
we knew Santa Cruz didn't have anything in his gloves either, so there was no real reason for Tank to be apprehensive, right?
Right.
So is it that, or is it because he turns into a fighter a lot? Yes, and you're right, and it does make you nervous because we've seen him take shots before, but we've never really seen him hurt. At least I haven't.
It's one and the same. Yeah, that whole, you know, and let's not get outside the ring. I'm just talking about inside the ring right now. But yeah, he makes me nervous when I see him fight for that reason. Like, you can box, bro. You can outbox almost anybody, and you still have that power as a boxer. You don't have to fight from round 2 until you get rid of somebody. But you know, putting your hands down, leaving your head out there trying to goat people in, you don't have to do that. Stay behind your jab. Go to the body. Watch Canelo, because you got about a similar build in your class to Canelo. You got a high skill set. Watch Canelo.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how good of a boxer Gervonta Davis is, because he is always so aggressive. And it happens fairly quickly into the fight. But yeah, the kid can buy. We've seen him. We've seen those things. Did you see what he just did? Did he just really pull? Did you see him pull it? Yeah, he has the ability to do that. But again, because he knows he has that power in both hands at that weight class, bro, that he does it. And what's going to be interesting about this fight is, if he turns into that fighter, will it be enough to hurt someone who's just bigger than him? I don't know if there's a rehydration clause put in on Barrios for this fight, But I would have to imagine that they don't want him coming back in too big.
Right.
Because if Barrios weighs in at 140, he's easily coming in the ring at 150, 152. He's easily picked up 10 to 12 pounds overnight within reason, and that's about a healthy amount to rehydrate. Anywhere between 8 to 12, 8 to 10 pounds.
What if he comes in at 155? I'm just saying that affects.
I mean, I don't know.
It's going to affect the fight. But you're right. Without that rehydration clause, it could change the whole dynamic of the fight.
I mean, unless we haven't just seen the best of Tank, unless we haven't seen his best power yet, bro. I don't know. He said something interesting in the press conference last week. He said, I don't go into fights looking for the knockout, but if they present themselves, I'm going to take it. But in this fight, I'm prepared to go all 12 rounds. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
He volunteered that.
Hopefully it wasn't just, political speech. Hopefully that's really how he's been in camp, working towards.
Yeah, because we know he'll get tired sometimes.
Yeah. I'm pulling for you, Tank. I really am. We need Baltimore needs this belt before we go ahead and win the Super Bowl next year. So we can't count on our Orioles. We'd like to, but we need this, Tank. We need this. Right, Jaguar fan?
Yep. Exactly, bro.
Hey, speaking of the Jaguars, bro, are you excited about this upcoming season?
No comment.
Listen, they're getting a lot of people are starting to talk good about the Jaguars now, man.
Hey, man, it's all a part of marketing, bro.
Okay, well, I'll leave that alone. I was trying to speak positively of them, but I'll leave that alone.
Hey, man, ain't nothing positive happening right now, bro.
What if they get Julio Jones?
Who's gonna get him the ball?
Trevor Lawrence. Oh, you mean the offensive line?
Just saying.
Okay. Well, Julio, go to Baltimore. That's where they need you. Go to Baltimore. Don't.
Oh my goodness.
You'll definitely get the ball.
Don't say that, bro. Don't say that.
You'll definitely get the ball. You go to Baltimore.
Don't say that, bro.
Go to
Baltimore.
Go to Baltimore, bro. You got other Julios up there. There are a lot of Julios walking around Baltimore. And a lot of Joneses.
Interesting, bro.
A lot of Joneses, my favorite.
I wouldn't have thought that, but now that you mention it, that would not be a bad destination.
They got great tight ends. They got a running game. They got rid of Zeus.
You're just not gonna be required to do as much.
Right.
You still get to be who you are with less pressure.
Right, and you got a quarterback that can move to get you the ball.
I'm just saying. I don't know if they got enough money for him though. We'll see.
Oh man.
It's always about the money, bro. You know
talk to some of Gervonta Davis' friends. They could pay you on the underside.
Putting people's business out there, bro. Listen.
I didn't say Gervonta Davis could. I'm saying some of his friends might, like Floyd. That's where I was going. I wasn't going to the street.
Ooh. Him and Floyd friends. I don't know about that, bro. So, Nonito Donaire, Ubali, Saturday night on Showtime, bro.
Yes. The left hook.
Talked about this fight? Yes. Bro, I'm excited for this fight. Thursday, because these people won't get to hear us talk about it until Sunday, where we're always right. What do you expect in this fight, bro?
I expect the boxer, the faster, fresher boxer to control this fight. And to fight smart. And to make that left hook ineffective.
Yeah, so I feel like this is a great fight for both guys. Because I think whoever, I guess, imposed their will, so to speak, is going to have the advantage. But more specifically with Donaire, because of the age difference. Now, there's only a 3-4 year age difference between the two, but we know that Donaire is just a little bit more shop worn, a lot more mileage on him than Ubali. So, bro, I think Ubali will be the faster guy. I think he will be the quicker guy. But I think that plays right into who Donaire is at this point of his career. He's not the proverbial Filipino Flash that he used to be.
Right.
But he's quick now. He ain't Flash, he's quick. You know, we know he's lost a little bit. But we've seen him turn back the hands of time and time again. Older counterpuncher, left hook coming forward, bro. This is great for him. So I think it just depends on who can impose their will, bro. I know that sounds very generic, but I think both guys stylistically match up well with each other because of the way they fight, because of their style. So it's up for grabs for me, bro. It really is.
Look, bro, we missed out on something big. I didn't realize it. Tierra Brown was on Oprah. Did an interview with Oprah. She was talking about her on OWN. She played her documentary. I think it was last night or the night before last.
I did not see that. And I'm usually on her social media pretty consistently. I didn't see that.
And here's the interesting thing. She sent me a DM and she was telling me that she's supposed to be fighting on Juneteenth, but she does not have a definite opponent right now. We thought, when I looked on social media, it looked like she had an opponent, but she doesn't have a definite opponent right now. So
wow,
that's interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. That's 30 days out.
Shout out to Tierra Brown. Had a documentary on Oprah on OWN Network.
Oh yeah, man, doing big things, bro.
She doesn't know it, but there might be a screenwriter writing a movie about her to try to help her and some of these other women become noticed.
Sounds like the right thing to do. Listen, there's never a wrong time to do the right thing, bro. So,
correct.
What you on that, man?
Correct.
Bro, so another fight coming up this weekend. Devin Haney. Lord Devin Haney.
Yes.
Against Jorge Linares, bro. I'm hyped for this fight, bro. Devin looking chiseled. Looking like me right now, bro, on a bad day.
Oh, wow.
Linares looking good. Linares looking good. All bearded up. Looking like the warrior that he is, bro. This is going to be a hell of a test. We know Shakur can knock people out. I mean, I'm sorry. We know Devin can knock people out. And we know that Linares has been knocked out. But will Devin be able to find it? Will he make it look easy? Or will the old vet give him fits, bro, possibly steal a win? What you seeing in this fight, bro?
I don't see him stealing a win. If Devin comes in focused at all, the old vet will make himself look good and accountable. But I don't see Haney really having a lot of trouble on this one.
Dang. Okay.
I'm not trying to sell the fight. You asked me a direct question.
Yeah. I mean, you almost picked the winner just there from the sounds of it.
No.
But okay.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Somebody take this bus off me.
I think that Devin's skill set, Devin's physical attributes will be a lot for Linares.
Yeah.
And it may happen as soon as the bell rings, right? Or it may take 2 or 3 rounds. But I feel like if and when that happens, that fight will go downhill quickly, bro. It'll go downhill quickly.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not by myself.
Yeah, no. But I will say this. Devin has to be careful because he is in the ring with not just a vet, but a former world champ. Bro, yeah, he's still looking to get a couple more paydays and whatever resurrect his career more than getting a win or look, a draw against Devin Haney at this point.
A draw for Linares is as good as a win. You're right.
I mean, so I think Devin got to be ready, but if he's ready, then yeah, I'm kind of with you on that.
A draw for Linares means a bigger payday in the rematch because he's not even supposed to be in the fight. So yeah, I'm not saying it's a walk in the park. I'm just saying if Haney uses his skill and fights smart, he should get in and out of this. But I didn't say it was gonna be easy because even that wounded pit bull has at least 1-2 good bites in him.
Yeah.
In that fight. So just
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. So now getting off of the actual fight train into just fight entertainment, bro. Did you catch the Mike Tyson special on ABC the other night?
I did not. I did not. And I don't. Something told me you're gonna regret missing this. But I had something else that was pressing that I had to do, and I'm hoping you can kind of fill me in and tell me if it was anything you learned that you did not know.
No, I think Mike Tyson's story has been told enough. Actually, I think over the last 30 years we've squeezed everything we can out of it. But what this speaks to though is a comment I made a couple of weeks ago on the show, and I said, there are 3 Mikes: Jordan, Jackson, and Tyson. Those 3 men are arguably probably with some of the most popular figures to ever live on our planet. And I'm not saying that lightly. Mike Tyson is such a legend in many aspects around the world and respected that we can tell his story 15 times and we'll still act like we're interested. We're learning something new every time because he is a larger than life figure. That's what this is with Mike Tyson. I didn't learn anything. I only caught a small amount of it. I didn't watch a whole lot of it, but from what I did see, I didn't miss much. Now, the interesting part will be it's a 2-part documentary. It comes on again next week, and this will focus more on the legal issues that he had from the Robin Givens case and everything forward to the Holyfield incident. So maybe there might be some legal things or something like that I may have missed, why he was locked up, but I didn't know about that. But other than that, nah, bro, nothing.
When kids ask today, how good was Mike Tyson really? My answer is always, men still fear him. Who fight?
Yeah.
Who fight? So that should let you know how he would win fights before he stepped in the ring. It was my mom. I just feel I was blessed. My mom had the opportunity to live through Muhammad Ali. I mean, in his heyday when she was coming up in her teens. I had Mike Tyson in my teens.
Listen,
I had Ali when I was a kid. I have been blessed to watch fighters.
Bro,
I will look at this, bro, and I will tell you, I have been blessed to see 3 of the most gifted fighters ever to step in the ring. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. You can even throw George in there if you want, but he didn't transcend the sport. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. To see those 3 guys fight in their prime, you couldn't ask for more as a fight fan.
Yeah, for sure. And, just to provide some cultural context around this whole thing, Mike Tyson was a phenom. Mike Tyson, before he lost the fight to Buster Douglas over in Japan, Mike would travel the world, bro, and there would be hundreds of people. There are videos of Mike Tyson in China. There's videos of Mike Tyson in India when he's getting these Bengals and getting these animals and stuff. Everywhere this man went, it was a thing. And there's one picture, bro, that sums it up. There's a picture of the 84 or 86, somewhere in the mid to late 80s. Was it the Oscars or was it the American Music Awards? Anyway, in the picture in the hallway, it's Madonna, Mike Tyson, Magic Johnson, Michael Jackson, and I'm missing one other person. But it's like 5 of the biggest pop culture stars ever. And this man's in the picture.
And let's really take this and put this in the proper context, bro. All the stuff you're saying happened before the advent of social media.
Yeah.
So when Mike Tyson showed up on your television screen, you stopped. It was weird. You would stop to find out, okay, what are they talking about? They got a video of Mike walking down the hallway. Where is he? It was that crazy. School, junior high.
Listen.
Everybody talked about Mike Tyson.
Listen, this man had a video game made after him before that was a thing.
Yes, he was still the champion.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out was a culturally defining video game. Anybody born in the 80s, 70s, bro, Mike Tyson Punch Out was just a different game. It was the first boxing game that just grabbed you. And the thing about it was a video game, so it transcended cultures, continents. People on other sides of the world know who Mike Tyson is, not really so much because they probably saw him fight, but probably because of a video game, bro.
And
this is crazy.
It wasn't like Ring King, which was in your arcade. This was released first on a home video
Nintendo
system.
Entertainment System.
Yes. So
which also redefined American and global culture, bro. Talk about Nintendo. What changed the game more than Nintendo, bro? Nothing.
And I was an Atari fan. I had my 5200, and the games were more lifelike on the 5200, but they didn't have Super Mario Brothers. They didn't have Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Bro.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. I just
Nintendo. We're gonna talk about Nintendo one day on this show. Nintendo changed the world, bro.
Yeah, they did.
And it doesn't get enough credit for what it did. Yeah. Without Nintendo, there is no Sony PlayStation. There is no what's the other one? Xbox and all that stuff.
Oh, the one that shut Nintendo down. Sega Genesis.
Surprisingly, bro, no. They only made up about 30% of the market share, bro. Nintendo was actually
really
the global, yeah.
You know
on
what?
a global scale, Nintendo was actually selling way more than Sega Genesis
because it was it was cheaper than Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Sega Genesis was high, but the games, it put your arcade on your television screen. It did it in a major way.
And they just made themselves a real competitor, but they never really matched Nintendo. It's kind of like Nike and Reebok. Reebok will never match Nike's sale, but they've carved out enough of the market to where it's like, hey, we're here too. You know, that's kind of what it was with Sega and Nintendo. But man,
Sega did change the footprint though. They changed the footprint of home video games.
Yeah, and then what Nintendo do? They pivoted and brought the Game Boy, which definitely changed it. So Nintendo for a while just that's for another show.
Then Sega comes out with Game Gear.
Yeah, that didn't catch on.
But then here comes PlayStation.
Yeah, late 90s. Sony shows
Sega
up.
could not keep up. Sega could not keep up.
Nope.
To me, that really changed the home footprint of video games because you had it on a CD and you could fit much more information on that, and the game styles just changed.
But then what does Nintendo do? They just pivot again and come out with the Wii, go the complete opposite direction, and they take the world by storm again. So yeah, bro, we could go on for days about the greatness of Nintendo, bro. They really just kind of, and it's a shame that a new generation of kids don't even know who they are because that space is just so. Thanks to the cell phone and the PC and the laptop, that space is so convoluted now. But what Nintendo did, bro, was just impressive, man.
It was impressive. Good job, Nintendo. I still miss my Atari, but that's okay. Listen, we're almost up against it.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot today, bro. We covered video games.
We got in our nerd bag, bro. That's all it was, bro. But just speaks to how well-rounded we are on this platform, bro. That's all. And that was still relevant to combat sports because we talked about Mike Tyson's Punch Out. See, we just need to get on somebody's big TV screen because we do this all the time, bro.
So if you have a television station and you want great programming, give us a call. If you are a business and you want to advertise, both of our shows are built for advertising. We put the format in there on purpose. So get with us, at the Badger LMC or at Got Brew. We'll give you our rates and the formats that we need. If we have to help you do it, we'll talk about prices for that too, and we'll get you up on here. So, boy, that was something I wanted to ask you, and when I got off on that, oh man, I wanted to. Oh, your boy, for your second favorite team, Zach Wilson said that the quarterback position for the New York Jets is wide open and is going to be won through stiff competition. And I'm like, I need to find out from you who the Jets signed that we didn't know was there that is competing for this position, because I thought it was between Zach Wilson and Joe Namath.
Yeah, that's interesting, bro. I don't know because the Sam Darnold's now in Charlotte with the Panthers, so I don't know, bro. I don't. I gotta look, but I have no idea who this competition would be with or in between. I don't.
Did they sign Colin Kaepernick and we just didn't hear about it?
That ain't it. That definitely ain't it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on.
How do you think your boy's gonna do with New Orleans this year, Jameis Winston?
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I tell you what, though. I think he's going to be. And I'm saying this because I like Jameis because I know I was able to kind of see it for. I was able to watch how they broke him down over the years. I think Jameis is going to be surprisingly good for the Saints because I think he's not only is he stable, but he's in an offense where not only does everybody around him know the offense inside and out, but he has a coach that basically created this offense knows it inside and out.
And he had consistency. Yes.
Oh yeah, and you know he has great playmakers around him. He has Alvin Kamara. He has the receiver. I can't call the young man's name, but the guy that was leading the league in receptions and yards for all those years, Mike Thomas. So, and he has a very good defense. Has been a very good defense for a couple of years. It's a stable situation for him. I think he's going to do just fine. But yeah, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be surprisingly good. And by surprisingly good, I mean you may see Sean Payton take the ball out of his hands sometimes to save him from himself if he notices those tendencies. But I think with the players around him and the consistency and the system that they have, he'll be able to help them manage games, let their exquisite playmakers on the perimeter make plays to win the game and not have to do it himself.
Hold on to your seat. Because I believe if he develops the way I see him developing, before he leaves the NFL, he would get an MVP.
Bro, he's a wild Bronco. I mean, his arm talent is second to none. What that means, for people that don't know what that means, is there's no one in the NFL whose arm is probably stronger. That was the whole thing when they got him out of Florida State. The arm talent. He makes some mistakes, but he's able to get away because of the arm talent. And it bit him in the butt here in the league. Well, but we also saw the plus side of that. How did he make that throw? Where was he throwing? How did he? Yeah, we saw a lot of that too. More than we saw the head scratching plays. But of course, when that becomes more of the beating drum, then of course that gets amplified loud and everything else. But yeah, bro, I think you're on to something. I think that's possible.
I think there'll be a lot of teams that are upset they didn't call him during the pandemic. They didn't call him.
And you gotta remember, he's 26 years old.
That's it. He just had a lot of media time, bad media coverage, which makes you feel like he's been here for a long time.
26 years old, so he ain't even entered his prime yet.
That man's gonna be phenomenal, and he's not a scrambling quarterback, but he can get out the way.
Yeah, he's functional.
That's why I said
he's a functional scrambler.
The perfect offense for him was Pittsburgh. It was just, or New England. I mean, they're set for those quarterbacks to be set in the, sometimes under center, but for the most part in the shotgun. And that was Jameis's wheelhouse. He just had no consistency with the Buccaneers, whether it was head coach or offensive coordinator. And that does play a part. People will tell you it doesn't, but they haven't played. It does play a part. But we're not going to stick on football. Wow, we really are up against it. Okay? Well, bro, it's been a good show.
It always is, man. This is greatness over here. It's kind of what we do.
Oh, Lord, here we go. All right, Dirk Cutter. Where is old Dirk nowadays?
He was in Atlanta, wasn't he?
Oh, that explains a lot.
He was the offensive coordinator up there.
Like that's why Julio's trying to leave.
Wow.
Why is that though, man? I mean, when they said they were gonna keep Matt Ryan, Julio was like, "I'm out of here." It's like, first, I think Shannon Sharp set him up. That was a P move by Shannon Sharp, in my opinion. You don't let this man know that you're live on the air.
Yeah.
I lost some respect for you, Shannon, on that one. Now, if you come out and say that he knew, or if Julio says that he actually knew, but it just, from what I saw, this man had no idea he was on the air. Even even though not Skip, but the woman,
The moderator, yeah.
the moderator, yes. Even she said, "Does he know we're live on the air?" Or he, Shannon still didn't say nothing. I'm like, that just, to me, that takes your credibility and it throws it in the toilet. I don't care who you're talking to. I mean, I would even let your friend know, Trump, hey, we're live on the air. He wouldn't be able to process it, but I'd let him know. So, all right, shout out to my wife, shout out to my mom, my daughter, who, man, we've had a great week. Her first week off from school. It's been hectic, but I don't know if I should share this on the air. Shout out to the Red Belly. Shout out to Pops, who's still not smoking. Proud of you, man. And shout out to the Badger's mom and sister and brother. See, I gave your family a whole shout out, bro.
That was very nice of you, bro. So I must return the favor. Shout out to your whole tribe on both sides, even your Fort Myers people. See how I did that? Appreciate y'all for tuning in with us today, man. Y'all make sure y'all catch us on Sunday. We'll be right about everything we talked about this week, recapping all the fights. We'll be formal and we'll be on time. Make sure y'all make it there as well. Spread the love out there. It's crazy, man. Mental health is real. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with y'all loved ones. Until then, we will see y'all Sunday. Fighters Nation, we out of here. Peace.
Oh, my.